Magnatech is a Canadian manufacturer of magnetic hard water treatment systems for industrial, commercial, and residential applications to control hard water problems and stop that hard, crusty scale from building up. We have been in business for 19 years, supplying mostly North America, but we also export to India and Europe. And at Magnatech, we manufacture a number of custom products for plumbers and energy suppliers. We also supply our own brand of magnetic hard water conditioners called the AquaMagna. In this short video, I hope to clarify some of the questions regarding hard water magnets. When do they work best? How long do they last? And how do they compare with the traditional saltwater softeners? AquaMagna's simple, low-cost magnetic technology can be very effective in preventing that crusty hard water residue from accumulating in your pipes and plumbing fixtures, but it has to be designed properly and with enough power to physically alter the structure of the water.
Many people misunderstand the concept of magnetic water treatment. Obviously, magnets can't attract water if there's no iron or metal in it. But when we look at the basic water molecule, we can see it consists of 2 hydrogen atoms and 1 oxygen atom. The hydrogen atoms have a positive charge and the oxygen atom has a negative charge. Therefore, there's a positive charge at one end of the molecule and a negative charge at the other end. Therefore, the water molecule is a polar molecule. And it's for this reason that the water molecules bond together so easily. Now, when we apply a powerful magnetic field to flowing water that contains hard water ions like calcium and magnesium, the natural bonding of the H2O molecules is disrupted because our product is designed to impart a south pole or positive magnetic field on the water molecules, and this disrupts the natural bonding of the water molecules. And as a result, the calcium particles tend to crystallize in a different format and structure that will naturally reduce the hard water problems. And this is why we say the magnetic treatment, it's creating a physical change to the water properties as opposed to a chemical change. Most people are more familiar with their traditional saltwater softener. A saltwater softener actually makes a chemical change in the water, reducing the hardness by removing the calcium ions and replacing them with sodium ions, or salt, which results in a softer texture of the mineral deposits that don't accumulate in your water pipes and plumbing appliances. So this system is referred to an ion exchange system, and the water properties can be measured by chemical testing. With the magnetic approach, which causes a physical change to the water, we're not actually adding or removing anything from the water. But there's a natural softening outcome that occurs because the size and texture of the crystallized calcium particles are changed so the product it's a smaller, softer particle, not able to readily bond with other calcium particles and create that hard, crusty scale that causes so many hard water headaches. This physical change to the calcium particles can actually be easily seen under a basic microscope. As this illustration shows, the calcium structure with the normal or unmagnetized hard water has a dendritic type of crystal scale formation that looks like a snowflake or a frost on a window pane. However, with our magnetic device attached, the crystal structure clearly changes in its size and texture, looking more like a seed. And as that second illustration shows, the water containing this type of crystal would be much more soluble and can actually soften and redissolve existing scale buildup on appliances such as your kettle or hot water heater. Here is an example of a hard water situation where the electric water heater elements were being changed about every 2 months due to the hard water scale buildup on the heating elements. After 60 days of placing our device on the water line going into the hot water tank, we drained the hot water tank and observed the scale that had accumulated over time in the hot water heater and had fallen to the bottom of the tank. As you can see here, this soft residue was able to be drained out and the tank was virtually scale-free like it was new. The elements were then kept clean with the magnetic system in place. The element on the left is from the treated tank, while the element on the right is from the tank that wasn't treated. Another example to illustrate the effect of magnetic water treatment is on my own personal home humidifier. Before the magnetic device was installed at my house, I would have had to clean the drip tray with CLR or other harsh chemicals to remove that hard, crusty lime buildup a couple of times a year. But with the magnetic system installed in my house, this procedure was no longer necessary because the same mineral deposits were accumulating in the tray. However, the crystal formation, due to the smaller size and softer texture, allowed me to wipe up the mineral deposits in a matter of minutes. You can see I was able to write my name in it. It just appeared, the texture appeared like it was wet sand. And the reason I like to use this example is because it captures the essence of what magnetic water treatment can do. It demonstrates that we're not actually adding or removing anything from the water, but we're simply altering the hard water crystal properties such that the water behaves like softer water. And in most cases, our customers are happy to find a solution to the hard water scale buildup without having to add salt to their diet and lift heavy bags of salt and discharge all that brine that pollute our environment and wastewater. It really is money down the drain. And there are many variables that will affect the performance of magnetic water treatment. The size, the strength, the water composition, the usage, the age and the condition of the pipes and the appliances. But the bottom line is that when applied properly, our system can solve a lot of hard water headaches at just a fraction of the cost of a saltwater softener. Magnatech's AquaMagna water conditioner and descaler comes with 2 sets, one for the cold water line and 1 set for the hot water line. It simply clamps on your water pipes and silently goes to work when the water flows. Installed without tools in just minutes. There's no downtime or cutting of pipes, no moving parts to wear out. It lasts forever. Most other magnetic devices on the market are not nearly as powerful as our AquaMagna product. The magnets are smaller and contain less magnetic flux. The difference in magnetic strength can be demonstrated by this clear tube with metal filings in it. Most other magnetic devices on the market are not nearly as powerful. The magnets are smaller and there's much less magnetic flux. What makes our AquaMagna product different from these other products on the market? It boils down to the magnetic strength and configuration. Our AquaMagna product is configured to take all of the magnetic field and focus it into the center of the water pipe where it is needed. This product will last your lifetime because the magnets used will never wear out over time.